And welcome back to the Power Accountability League. I'm your pal, Dan L. This is my channel, and I am probably related to Cal L. Today's video is entitled Diversity. Before we go any further, I do have to talk about the production values. I realize the video quality is terrible. Sorry about that. Nothing we can do about that. So we'll just have to focus on the message as we do in all the videos. If you want to contribute and support what I'm doing, look down below and you should find some links to some sites that help you support me. Anyway, diversity. Everyone who's a big fan of diversity, raise your hand. Raise your hand up in the air if you're big. Oh, I've got to count every one of you now. Hold on. Yeah, the guy in the back. Okay. Looks like everyone raised their hand. Looks like everyone's a big fan of diversity. Well, that's great to hear. Diversity. I'm a fan of diversity. So since I know that you're a fan of diversity, you want black people in the Supreme Court, right? Okay, you're nodding your head. Um, and that includes you want, Clarence Thomas. Wait, what? You don't want Clarence Thomas. You know he's a black person. Okay. Do you want women on the Supreme Court? You do. I see you nodding your head. Yes, you do. Would that include Sandra Day O'Connor? Oh, I just lost you. You said no? How come? Why don't you want Sandra Day O'Connor? Because she was appointed by Reagan? By the way, she wasn't a right winger. She was a centrist at best. But you don't want Clarence Thomas, a black man. You don't want Sandra, but you do want diversity. You just don't want certain black people or certain women on the high court. Okay, so it's diversity as long as they agree with your point of view. Okay, well, hold on. We're still just feeling each other out here. How about how do you feel about diversity and energy? That you realize the American economy, all economies operate on energy. You have to get energy from somewhere. In order to operate factories, in order to operate automobiles, in order to power skyscrapers or even four-story buildings, you need energy. So how do you feel about a diversity of an energy supply? You do. I see you shaking your head. You're saying yes, you do want diversity of energy. Okay. So you're good with nuclear? No? You don't like nuclear energy. You say shouldn't have nuclear energy. Okay. How about hydroelectric? Oh, by the way, why don't you want nuclear? You don't want nuclear because China syndrome? Okay. Do you want how about hydroelectric? You don't want hydroelectric. How come you don't want hydro? Because it interferes with the spawning patterns of certain fish. Okay, so no nuclear, no hydroelectric. How do you feel about natural gas? No, no natural gas. Well, why? Oh, it's a fossil fuel. How do you feel about oil? No oil. Okay, so also fossil fuel. What about coal? Nope, you totally don't want any coal. Worst thing. Okay, so no coal. How about wood? Believe it or not, up until 100 years ago, wood was a major contributor to the energy supply of most nations of the earth. Today, it's still an energy contributor to many countries. Wood, no, because of the eco harm. The ecology, the harm to the environment. Okay, so no wood. So no nuclear, no hydroelectric, no natural gas, no oil, no coal, no wood. How do you feel about wind energy? Ah, I see you're nodding yes. Okay, you do want wind energy. Okay. How do you feel about solar? Solar, that's converting the sun into energy. You do. Okay, so you do want wind and solar. You don't want nuclear, hydroelectric, natural gas, tidal control, oil. I didn't mention earlier, but how do you feel about tidal control? Same thing as hydroelectric. Okay, interferes with nature. Okay, so you don't want a nuclear, hydroelectric, which is kind of tidal control. Natural gas, oil, coal, wood. You don't want any of those, but you do want wind and solar. So when I say, so you're sticking with the idea that you want a diversity of energy supplies, and your definition of diversity of energy supply is two sources of energy. Okay. And then we're continuing down the pathway. I'm just trying to get an understanding of how we may have the same definition. We might have the same definition of diversity. Maybe we have different definitions. I don't know. What about entertainment? Do you like television? Okay, you do like TV. Okay. How about radio? You do like radio. Oh, but you don't like AM radio? So AM radio has to go away. We can't have AM radio. Okay. How do you feel? You said you like television. How do you feel about Last Man Standing, the TV show? Don't like that. Okay, so you do like TV, but not all of TV. Got it. What about documentaries? Are you a big fan? That's a form of entertainment. You do like documentaries unless they're from Dinesh D'Souza. Okay, so most documentaries, not all. How about music? You do like music? I like music. We both like music. Oh, what was that? You don't like country western music because you think that's right wing music. You you certainly have been paying attention to the country western scene. But anyway, I get it. Country western music has to go. So music okay, but not if it's country western. How about movies? You like we I like movie. You good. See, we both like movies. Oh, wait a minute though. You don't like what Captain America? That's got to go. I don't know. Those are pretty good movies, but okay. I want to make you happy. Captain America movies have to go. What about is there anything else other than Captain Planet of the Apes? Because that's all. Which Planet of the Apes? The horrible 2001 version or the 1968 version? But you hate them both. You hate all the Planet of the Apes movies because even the modern ones. Oh, they're not as bad. But the ones from 68 to 73, you hate those because they're all racist. Those are all promoting white supremacy. So you do like movies, but not all movies. Got it. How about the internet? You okay? There's a lot of entertainment on the internet. A lot of it's got low production values like this show, and some of it has high production values. So we both agree the internet is okay. We can keep the internet for the internet. The internet. What's the internet? We can keep the internet for entertainment purposes. What was that? You don't want Louder with Crowder. That's an entertaining show, but you don't want that. Okay, so you kind of you don't you feel you like diversity in the forms of entertainment, but there are limits, is what you're telling me. There are a lot of things in the realm of entertainment that have to go, but once those things are gone, then the rest will be called diversity. Kind of like with energy, there's like one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, at least eight different forms of energy delivery, energy supply in the USA, minimum of eight, and six of them have to go away, so we have two. But that's still diversity because it's two. So two is more than one. So diversity of two is better than diversity of eight. Okay, I get it. I'm starting to understand here. How about news sources? Do you want diversity of news? You do. I do too. But what was that? Could you repeat that? I didn't hear you. Oh, you do want news source, but Fox has to go. One American News Network has to go. Okay, Rebel Media has to go. The Epic Times has to go. Town Hall has to go. Newsmax has to go. The Next News Network. Anyone else? Oh, what was that? Oh, every news outlet which doesn't push the narrative of the Democrat Party. But you're still sticking with the fact that you do like diversity in news sources, and you like diversity in entertainment, and you like diversity in energy, and you like diversity in the Supreme Court. You just don't like black people who happen to disagree with you, or women who happen to disagree with you. So if anyone so if anyone disagrees with you, they have to go. But you still are a big fan of diversity, just not actual diversity. Kind of a fantasy of yeah, kind of a kind of a self kind of a self-deceptive fantasy of what diversity. So you do believe in diversity as long as it is 100% in agreement with you. You like diversity where everyone thinks the same and acts the same and talks the same and does the same thing. So that's the type of diversity you're a big fan of, where everything's the same, but it's diversity same. Okay. Well, I was just, now I know you a little better. I wanted to get to know you, and now I know that my definition of diversity and your definition of diversity exist in different. Uh-oh, hold on for a sec. Did you notice we had a little bit of a power outage? That might have something to do with the fact that I'm relying strictly on solar and wind power. And it turns out that the energy supply for me to power my home and my lifestyle tends to run out fairly quickly in less than 10 minutes. So, like I said, I think I'm going to have to define diversity as actual diversity, and I'm going to allow you to continue to define diversity as an undiverse universe. So, I exist in what is known as I live on planet objective reality, and I'll continue to live there. And you live on planet faux reality. and you'll continue to live there. And I'm and I guess we'll just meet here on the internet every now and then. But anyway, so thanks for stopping by. I like I said, I know you a little bit better, and you know me a little bit better, and we can see if we have any other commonalities in future videos. My gut tells me we will probably have more differences than similarities, but who knows? I could be wrong. Thanks for stopping by. You take care. Bye bye.